What terrifying event is happening in the world right now that most people are ignoring? The birds are disappearing. Most likely because the bugs are, too. You wouldn't know it living in my apartment. Some thirsty dork moved into the tree right outside my window and begs for sex all night long. It's been a tough year, okay? Sorry. /S. An owl has claimed the tree by my bedroom window. The stray cats will screw in the driveway, right below that same window. No sleep, I'm stuck living in the casting house. Here in the UK, water companies have been dumping tons and tons of sewage into our river systems and into the sea, making some beaches close. It is truly disgusting, and the whole water industry is in about £60 billion of debt and could collapse. Fuck these companies and corporations. I'm sick and tired of things like recycling being at a consumer level when it should be at a corporate governance level and more globally enforced at the production level rather than us failing to do anything about it at a consumer level. Edit. Wow, thank you for the award, kind internet friend. This is my first award. I'm verklempt. The average consumers can't really do anything because even if you throw that plastic bag in the right bin, it still probably end up in a landfill or Indonesia. The seals dying of avian flu in Chile. And cats in Poland. Wait, has bird flu jumped the species barrier again? Don't let your dogs and cats put wild birds in their mouths. Especially dead ones. My country is on fire. It was also on fire a month ago, but then it stopped for a few weeks. I live on the shores of Lake Michigan. The air is horrible. Visibility is minimal, and I'm not even in the thick of the fires. I've been so worried about our Canadian friends for what seems like way too long now. Keep safe. Yesterday was fun. High humidity plus smoke plus no wind meant a dense fog until about 9 am and average run-of-the-mill fog until 11. I hadn't seen smog like that since LA in the mid-80s. Canada must be a hellscape. Almost like Gary. Cats dying of bird flu in Poland, mammal-to-mammal transmission confirmed. Wow, can you send the source? I didn't know that it can transfer between cats. Not just cats but seal as well, and we are seeing other mammal being contaminated as we speak. We should really worry if some flu takes off on pig farms, as that's an animal that many people work in close proximity to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but some believe that the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 originated in hog pens at Fort Leavenworth in Kansas. Heat waves in India killing possibly thousands of people. It's not in the media anywhere and is probably also going on in other countries such as Mexico and southern US. A civil war and possible genocide going on in Sudan right now. No one cares, not even with the potentially thousands or maybe even millions of refugees this creates. Possible human health catastrophes incoming with all the poisonous and cancerous chemicals coming from microplastic, pesticides and so many other beauty products we use daily, which scientists have been warning us about for decades. No one is interviewing these scientists anymore, writing about the problem anywhere, or even trying to find out what kind of actually health hazards will evolve from our careless use with all these chemicals constantly. Dude, I shifted cities here in India for med school and it's been 2 years. Last year there was not much heat to deal with, but this year was scorching hot, temperatures going to 44 to 45 degrees, and our city only got rain 2 days ago. If it is due to climate change, which it most likely is, then we are absolutely fucked. Human body cannot tolerate temperatures over 47 degrees and the margin is so close. Bacterial resistance. Due to the overuse of antibiotics and bacterial evolution, bacteria are able to develop itself and change its DNA and cellular structure to become immune to antibiotics. Now there's certain infections which can't be treated with the same antibiotics that were effective 10 to 20 years ago. In the near future we may return to pre-antibiotic age in which simple lung or urinary infections can kill us simply because we don't have effective antibiotics. It's pretty clear we're just going to use evolutionary algorithms to engineer new antibiotics. As fast as bacteria is advancing, our understanding of biological systems is far exceeding. I'm not that worried about it, considering that the last 30 years of science have already resulted in xenobots. The massive destruction of our coral reefs. Well, the Great Barrier Reef is actually growing back at its best rates in a long time. Now if dumbass tourists would stop standing on coral, I'm sure that would help. Standing on corals? Jesus Christ. You can literally fly like a majestic eagle in the water and they choose to stand on crunchy rock animals? Crunchy rock animals. The rise of surveillance capitalism and AI. Privacy is essentially non-existent anymore and it feels like absolutely no one cares. The golden age of privacy is dead and we're entering a far scarier era without it. America has several mega businesses based solely on the brokering of data. The US will never have meaningful privacy legislation save for a complete turnover in government and a new privacy bill of rights. Finding an American's whole history is so easy with just a search of their name and state. Terrifying. Happening to all major countries too. I'm not entirely educated on this, but here it is. Supposedly 7,000 Mexican children went missing on our side of the US border over the last 10 years or so. If anyone is more knowledgeable about this, I'd love to know more. Well, there was that article that came out recently about using immigrant children as child labor in the continental US in varying agricultural sectors. I'm going to go with human trafficking here. Same with Africa with cacao cultivation, several children are kidnapped in order to work in cacao agriculture like slaves, and chocolate European companies like Nestle know this but keep silent about it and even try to silence the people that know this. They even use other companies as third parties, intermediaries like that. Every time this is discovered they can claim they didn't know, and this is a known secret here in Europe but no one cares because it is Africa. Slave mining in Congo. Taiwan could get bad. Sex trafficking at all-time high in US and was the highest world. Slavery at all-time high in the world. Shocked that nobody talks about all of the insider trading in Congress from both sides. Least terrifying, I know. The problem I'm finding is this information used to be easy to find. Now when I Google search, the same things I did years ago are not the same results. It is wild to me how blatant the insider trading is from prominent congresspeople on both sides. The right likes to dig on Pelosi for it, and she's definitely suspicious, but she might not even be top 5 in suspicious earnings. It is complete and obvious dog's hit that congresspeople can make trades while in office. I'm pretty pro-markets, but it's just hog's hit to see. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.